Okay, what is up, you guys? Good afternoon. Several weeks ago, one of my friends asked me if I would talk more in depthly about my plans for fall gardening. Move those. I don't know why I have these. I forgot these were here. Recipes. My mom printed me off a bunch of recipes, and then my kids drew some pictures on them. Seed basket. It's a little bit hectic right now. So two things. I have two baskets in here. One of seeds that I am going to plant, seeds that I want to plant. And then this is all of the seeds that I already have planted that are just in the back. So it might be a little bit weird that I keep my empty seed packets, but partially it's for my own self, for record keeping, because sometimes I forget to write down what seed varieties I've planted where, and I just can forget names, and so I just like to keep the packets around. And it's also another good bearing on how much you've planted. Like, you can be like, oh, I don't have enough seeds in the ground, or I haven't tried hard enough, and then you pick up this stack of all of the seed packets that you have emptied, and it just kind of brings you back down to earth, because that's a lot. And even though not all of it survives, sometimes you have plants die or they just don't germinate at all. And that's why you just keep planting seeds, more and more seeds. So anyways, I just like to keep them there until the end of the year, and then I'll probably throw them away. But it's nice to be able to go back and be like, oh, because like right now I pulled this one out. This is the Glorious Gleam nasturtium, and we have nasturtiums planted everywhere, like in every part of the garden. And this one was one of the kids' seed packets, as you can see in the corner. It says IV. This was her packet of seeds, and I've seen these color of nasturtiums all over the garden, and I was like, I need to go back and look and see what variety that is. So I just keep them. And then I do eventually make notes of stuff that I really like in my my gardening kind of journal that I have. Anyways, so fall gardening is all about things that can withstand the cold and actually thrive in the cold. So you want to choose things that really are going to enjoy being grown outside. These are some seeds from Greenstock. When you buy your Greenstock, they send you some seeds. That's a little lettuce mix. That's in the fall planting basket. So everything in here is mostly fall planting. Now, I do have these bush beans, the Provider from Johnny Seeds. I would say that in this area, they probably count as a fall thing. And I have already planted some of these, and I'm gonna try to plant the rest of this pound because I would like to get them done. They are from, I grew these in 2020, and so these seeds are kind of old. But like back in Oregon, I probably wouldn't have wanted to grow beans at this point, plant them at this point, because they'd probably freeze before we would get a harvest off of them. So, but here it's totally different. So it might be something worth trying. And there's some Scarlet runner beans. Those are probably gonna have to be put back into the seed stash, because those, I'm probably not gonna try to grow any more of those. They didn't do so well where they are right now, and I just don't really want to waste my time with that for the rest of the year. So this is Collards. Collards are a green. They're really common in the South. They eat them a lot down there. Just a good green to have around. So that's going to be in that pile. I gotta put this nasturtium packet back in there. There is a big truck. I planted some of this spring, and it didn't get big enough before it got too hot, and so it didn't produce. It just stayed really tiny and very bitter, so I pulled those out. But I might give that another try. This was a free lettuce variety from Baker Creek. Whenever you order from Baker Creek, they give you a free seed, and so this was that. So it's, you know, low investment, so I'll try that again. So these are the Sugar Magnolia Purple Snap Pea. I have some of these down in the garden right now. And they actually have been still flowering and stuff in this heat, which is crazy, because normally peas don't like the heat and they just go to seed and die off. These are from a friend, so I'm gonna plant out the rest of these for fall peas. I have a ton of peas in here. So another thing that I like to plant is mustard. I mostly eat this. Me and one of my kids really like to just eat mustard raw out of the garden, and I think mustard is beautiful. It puts off really great flowers for the pollinators. So I kind of always have mustard in the garden, but this year I've been growing these really cool different varieties. I grew the Garnet Giant this spring. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw those giant purple leaves, deep dark purple. They're so gorgeous and they taste amazing. So we got lettuce, peas, collard, another lettuce. Oh, here's another one. I haven't grown this before. The Merlot. That's a lettuce. Now bear in mind, I probably won't get all of these planted. These are just the things that I would like to plant out, just to have a variety of things. And some of this will continue to produce well into the end of the year. Here is a Purple Lady Bok Choy. I've grown this before, but only in the summer, and it didn't produce well, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it does in the fall. Because it's a brassica, so they don't really do well in the heat. Here's turnips. I am always planting turnips. I just harvested the last of them last 2 weeks ago maybe, and so I need more to put more in the raised bed. So kale is something that I always have planted, and kale is one of those things that will survive like the whole winter. It'll slow down its growth, but you can keep this stuff alive all through the winter and be eating off of it. So plant a lot of it. So you have quite a bit of it, and then frost cloth, and you just cover it and uncover it every day when you want to harvest off of it, and it does really well. And if our winter is anything like the winter we had last year, I know that I can grow some stuff. We only had a few, like up to a handful of like really decent like snow accumulation, like feet of snow, and so I know that I can keep kale alive through that. So I have several different kinds of kale. We'll be planting a couple of each. Cabbage, this is a storage red cabbage. I love that. There's another lettuce. This is like a romaine style, the Paris Island Cos. It's a pretty easy one to grow. Lettuce is one of those things that I want to grow a lot of. Parsley, this will be something that we're trying to eat fresh and also dehydrating for herbs. This is another Baker Creek free seed thing, the Amarillo Carrot. The cool thing about carrots is that you can plant them in the fall, and maybe they won't do anything and you won't have a harvest like in that same season, but they will winter over and they'll start growing again, and then you can harvest them in spring. Another pea, here's the Sugar Daddy Snap Pea. And then radishes, you guys. I eat a lot of radishes. I'm like the only person in my house that eats radishes, but I try to sneak them into my family's food like when I can, when it'll be like suitable. Like with potatoes, like home fries, just like diced up potatoes, dice up radishes or dice up turnips, and they just like are disguised in there and no one notices. There's another dwarf gray sugar pea. I'm actually planning on putting in a little pea trellis on this. You see where this wood is? I am planning to put a trellis there. Well, not trellis because there's a fence. I'm going to use the fence as a trellis, and I'm going to put in a pea patch right there, you guys. Stay tuned. Oh, this is empty. Swiss chard that's planted down there, and the Swiss chard is going to keep going through the, because I let one of them go to seed. I let one go to seed down there so I can collect seeds, but I've been harvesting so much on the other ones. They're going to keep going and going and going, and they're going to produce even better in the fall once it's like nice and chilly, and they'll taste amazing. Here is another radish, the Sparkler. These are French breakfast. I'm not sure if I said that. I like to try different radish varieties just because there are so many different kinds, you guys. These are all kind of like common, I would say. They were just from my local company here. But there are so many different varieties. There's more turnips. This one needs to be used up first. Like there are black radishes, there are pink radishes, there are green radishes, there are white radishes, there are so many different colors, and that's what's fun about growing your own food, is that you can find varieties to grow that you would never find at the store. You would never find black radishes at just like your average grocery store. Here's some beets, Boldor beets. I have a newfound love for beets. I love them, you guys. I absolutely love them. I've been eating them as much as I can. Here's more of that same kind of beet from that other packet that wait, is it? Rainbow, and this is 5-color silver beet. So yeah, pretty close to the same colors. Actually, maybe not. A little bit different. This one's more orangey. This one's more like pink and green or pink and yellow. So we're gonna plant the rest of that one. Wow, look at all this, you guys. Oh, I have to finish these. These were really good. These are the golden beets from Baker Creek. These were super good. I loved these. I only got a handful of them, but I absolutely love them. Oh, here's the leaf beet. See this stuff. My sister-in-law got me these seeds overseas when she was traveling. And these things produce so many greens. It's not even funny. It's called leaf beet. So it looks like a beet plant, but it just produces the leaves. And you guys, they just keep going and they're not going to seed, which is interesting because they're from Europe and they're not like bolting, which is insane. So I'm gonna keep, you know what? I might save these. I'm trying to get those. I want those ones to go to seed so that I can have more of them, you know? Maybe I'll save these. This is in the save pile because like when you get, dude, I'm like a total nerd when it comes to seeds. When you get like a rare seed, you don't want to just like spread them to the wind and then be like, that's all. Like, I don't know. You just don't. You want to hold on to that. Here's some carrots, one of the kids' packets. We will plant those. The kids won't let the carrots grow. Like they won't let them get more than like this long before they eat them. They love them so much. So I really have to, where's the other carrot? I had another carrot here somewhere. There we go. So we got 2 carrots now. Parsley, see you guys. We got a flat leaf and a curly leaf. I wonder if I should do a little bit of both. More cabbage. That's the Copenhagen market. This is a pretty average green cabbage. Good for storage. Ooh, my friend Jessica, broccoli Rob. I'm gonna plant some of this. The stuff that I planted from this spring just went to seed so fast because it got too hot. So that is another good one. I don't really have any broccoli going on. See, okay, so I have some sorrel down in this bed that I think got smothered out by the other stuff. This red veined sorrel. You guys saw that in previous videos probably. So maybe I'll plant more of that. I don't really know what to do with sorrel. If you guys have ever eaten sorrel, let me know because I don't know what to do with it. Like, I mean, other than just eating it fresh out of the garden, I don't feel like I would like it in a salad. I feel like that would be weird. Mugwort, I might save this too, because I'm trying to get seeds off of the plants that are going to seed, but that's a fun plant to grow. So I want to have more of that. Cilantro grows super good in the cold weather, you guys. I let all of mine go to seed after harvesting and drying a ton of it for winter, like just dried herbs for cooking. And I'm going to do more. I wish there was a better way to preserve it so that you could have it fresh all year long, because I absolutely love cilantro. A lot of people don't like it, but I adore it. Here is some Brussels. I'm gonna try to plant all of this. I hear that Brussels do really well in clay soil, which is what I got. So why wouldn't I do that, obviously. Kale, more kale. This is the Dazzling Blue. So this one is the Darkabor F1. So this one's obviously a hybrid. And this is the Dazzling Blue. These are from Territorial Seed Company in Oregon. I love that place. Another sorrel. This is just the green de Belleville. Yeah, right? Yep, green de Belleville. Oh, I think my kids are home. I hear someone honking. We got some more coriander from the monastery. I'm gonna have to finish this later, guys. Okay, so my mom came and dropped my kids off, so I had to rush off and do that, and I'm not exactly sure where I left off. Dublin, sweet little Dublin, came over here and was messing with some seeds and stuff, and so I'm not sure exactly where I left off, but I think it was here with coriander. So coriander is just the seed of the cilantro plant. I think over in Europe they call it coriander specifically and not cilantro. But so over here in the States, cilantro is the plant and coriander is the seed. So for a while I thought they were different things, but they're not. They're the same thing. So there's more of those. I will plant some of these in a specific spot so I know which one it is and try to get some more seeds off those. Let's see what else. We don't want to plant these. But here's some more from my friend Sarah. She's got a mystery mustard. We're definitely planting that. Where'd that mustard go? Another mustard. A wild lettuce mix. We'll plant that because why not? What else has she got here? Asparagus. So this I'm going to try to be really careful with. Don't really know anything about what I'm doing. If you've ever planted asparagus from seed, hit me up because I don't know what I'm doing. Same with rhubarb. I'm going to try to plant both of those from seed, see what happens. because asparagus is a perennial and it'll keep going for years and years and years. Same with rhubarb, and you can get them established and then have food for decades. More cilantro, because cilantro is amazing and I love it. Oh, here's that Garnet Giant mustard. So I have the Ruby Streaks, the Garnet Giant, and then Sarah's, or Jessica's Mystery Mustard. Here's another lettuce. I will plant several different varieties of lettuce because I love lettuce. I love salads, and we like BLTs, and I like them on burgers and tacos and stuff like that. So here's another one. The Marvel of Four Seasons. Look at this beautiful green and red lettuce. More peas. These are the dwarf gray sugar pea. I have 2 packets of those. More French breakfast radishes. If you're looking for something to plant that is really fast, turnaround planting radishes, you guys. Most of them are like 25 days. Yep, this one is 25 days. I think the early cherry bell, maybe, or the early scarlet bell. There is another variety, a radish variety, a little round red one that is done in like 21 days. That's like super fast, you guys. So if you're looking for fast food, pick some radishes, and they're really good in soups and in stir fries. They're really good in so many different recipes. I'm gonna plant some more basil because I would like to try to get just a little bit more pesto harvested and put in the freezer because I love pesto and basil grows pretty quickly. Here's a Wasabi Arugula from my friend Jessica. We're gonna give that a try. She says it's hard to start, but they spread well on their own, so we'll see. There's barely any seeds left in this. The hybrid storage cabbage, the Ruby Perfection. So I'll use that packet up first. Here's one of the kids' seeds again. The Chinese cabbage, another kale. This one is the blue curled scotch. That sounds yummy. We're gonna be making a lot of Colcannon this winter, that's for sure. And then here's a cauliflower. I've never grown cauliflower. This is the Snowball Y Improved. I am stoked about that. And I think that's all for now. I will be laying down a bunch more wildflower seed and stuff like that, but this is it for edibles, I think. And yeah, once everything is done in the gardens, then we'll rip that out, and these will be in trays. Some of them will be in trays and some of them will be directly sown. So yeah, there you have it. Hey, you got into my seeds earlier, you little turkey. As you can see, this is a lot of seeds. As I said before, not every single thing in this pile will get sown, most likely, but I will take a strong whack at it. And Dublin has already dumped out the last bit of these yellow golden beet seeds. So at least, you know, hey, that's one seed packet down. All right, guys, that is all for now. Wishing you a wonderful day and happy gardening. We will see you out there, guys.